Cruz. $100,000. And 15 seconds to go, guys. We're making a lot of oversolds today. NVIDIA down under 170. NVIDIA down 5 today. Meta down 12 today. So we'll see. We're getting close to RSIs being oversold on those big cap technology names. Planets here down another 5 today. And we are off. BRBR higher, IMAX higher, SKE higher. We sold SKE last week. Match unchanged. HNRG is unchanged. Futures down 80 here. That's a big move. That's right. Big move here in the market, guys. They were up 8 last night. I woke up this morning. I am in Bosnia. So I'm in Bosnia here. And I woke up this morning and they were down like 47. Now they're down 83. Alcoa getting decimated. Jumanji getting crushed here. SN down. SW down. We took off SW last week. Frog down. Intel down. Tesla down 7. Meta down 12. Planeteer down 5 to 152. SOXL down. Google down. Everything just getting crushed today. Well, not everything. BSY down 75 cents. I will be down today. My biggest dollar amount risk position is BSY here. They're to 160. They're 145, 175. Probably going to get a lot of oversolds today. 85. I actually just asked my structured note guy for some structured notes here because I'm interested in buying some of the market here. Futures 83, 63, 87. Let's look at the high of the session or the high of all time. 65.23, so we're on 140 from the highs. Then they'll start talking about, we told you that this month was going to be weak because September's historically weak. They're really good at saying stuff in hindsight. Futures on the lows down 90. Interest rates are popping today, too. So interest rates we see popping today. P&L today is going to be down for the first day in a long time. Says I'm down about $800. BSY is my biggest loser. KGS is actually down, it says. Size down 9 cents here. Those calls are just wide. Nothing I really see I want to buy on a pullback here. You could buy some match calls if you wanted to around that 17-cent level. There are about 10,000 match calls. SW getting crushed. I took off SW. Not really looking for anything that is not really looking for anything that is September. Futures down 87. They're down as much as 90. ABR down. Beam up a couple pennies. BRBR up a couple pennies. I'm starting the day down about 700. Made it to about 1,200 on Friday. I had a really good day on Friday. B calls being bought. Let's see how the gold names are doing. Gold higher today. A lot of RSIs today. Google down 5. AMD down another 5. AMD now from the highs. You always have to look up stuff from the highs. AMD 187 to 157, down 30 from the highs, about 12%. NVIDIA from the highs, down $15, so down about 8%. Meta from the highs, down 70, about 8% there. ASTS calls being bought, nothing to do there. Samsora down today. SKE, we took a profits on that one last week. Surprised KGS is not higher. KNX down. I don't really have that much on. I mean, my biggest dollar amount risk position is BSY. BJRI. That must be a mark here. Oh, OC40s and BJI. BJRI are no bid at 45. I'm going to go 15 bid on those. So BJRI calls just going really wide here. They'll probably go 20 bid in front of me. Futures down 45. Getting crushed. Sorry, 85. I'm in Bosnia. I'll be in Bosnia till Thursday. I go to Macedonia and then headed back to New York on Sunday. ONON down. KNX down. I really don't have that much on, to be honest. Down about $700. Made about $1,300 on Friday. So that's all I care about is what my net P&L is doing overall. P&L is close to the high of the year now. Friday was the high of the year. MUX calls being bought. The 14s in MUX. When the market goes down, crypto should be getting hit with it. McEwen. Not really. Big kind of holding here at 109. BSY D60s, I'm going to offer them at 210. My biggest dollar amount risk position, that trade is a winner for 10 out of 10. RTX trading here, nothing to that. Futures only down 79 now. We're going to do a scan functionality for RSI, Relative Strength Index. We want RSI. There's so many candidates. It's insane. It is really crazy how many candidates there are. We're going to change our oversold condition to 10 here because there's too many candidates here. Let's rerun that. We might have to move it to 12. Let's move it to 12 here. $15 gave me $220. A lot of the banks are down today. The banks have been on fire lately. Vodafone, Sony. So we're going to look at Sony and Honeywell, guys. Sony and Honeywell. So RSI, you're going to get two candidates on RSI. Yeah, Piator had a trade on some puts last week. I took them off on Friday because I made money on them. I forgot what that was, though. But I know I made money on them. Whatever his last puts were. They were weekly target puts, weren't they? Yeah. I've not seen where target is today. It's probably a huge winner. Down $1.25 in target. So those are going to be good for like a double here. Where do we go from here? Nobody knows. Honeywell and Sony on the RSI. If you're an RSI member, you're going to get those as a possible candidate. Not an official signal yet. And Sony and Honeywell. RSI just getting decimated here. Futures on 77 here. Futures on 78. Frog down $1.14. BRBR higher. Beam higher. AKRO higher. The drug names are higher. Maybe you need more drugs if the market goes down. I don't know. We have expiration coming up 2 weeks from Friday. So expiration is coming up very soon here. Futures are down as much as 89, only down 80 now. NVIDIA above the 170 level. 2 RSI candidates on official signals yet. We haven't seen anything on any of the scanners. I'm not really looking for something September. If it's September, I really don't care about it. We're going to take off IMAX put spreads for 1 penny. The 26.25 put spread, I'll take it off for a penny. IMAX was a great winner here. KGS is down today. I'd be looking to buy some more of those. Those are the October calls. OC 40s are 30.45, 30.60. I want to get them way cheaper though. Pietor's trade in Target was a huge winner, guys. GLD, great winner for 200%. Another trade from Pietor. I actually have a decent amount of green on my screen, and I'm not even trading the VIX. I have AKRO higher, Beam higher, BRBRA higher, HRNG higher, IMAX higher, SKE higher. So decent amount of stocks that are higher today, even with the market down. MUX 14's trading here, guys. McGowan's traded 800,000 shares. They're trading 70 cents here. These are interesting, guys. So option sniper. Buyer of MUX 1017 2025 14 calls for 70 cents here. I would buy them at like around 50 cents. So possible trade here, guys, in MUX. I think I've traded this one and made money before, to be honest. So MUX, I'm going to go 50 bid here. I'll take them for 50. I'll take off $300 worth. So MUX calls being bought, guys. MUX calls being bought. MUX. That's the most interesting order of the day, in my opinion. If you get them at 70s, target one will be 90. Stocks coming back, NVIDIA coming back, Meta coming back. Took off SW for nice profits. Target getting crushed. And that was a trade that Pietor had on. Match, if you added a match calls, they're 28 at 33 now. So you get added it really cheap in match. Still says I'm down like $700. Lost sound. Hold on. Should be good again here. Like I said, I am staying in a 5-star hotel, so this shouldn't have issues like this. Two RSI candidates today: Honeywell and Sony. Sony looks like he's going to pull up a bull candle out, so it would not be a buy. Honeywell's down. Yeah, if that ever comes up, just let me know. You know, I'm very conscious of the chat. BJRI is one of my bigger losers today. I'll get some at 20. If you want to sell me some for 25, I'll buy some for 25. Target would be 35. I'm into these at like 32 cents. I did get some here at 25 cents here. So personal portfolio is going to get a trade here in BJRI, guys. Personal portfolio is going to trade here in BJRI. So BJRI is going to get a trade here on personal portfolio. So personal portfolio getting a trade here on personal portfolio. And October calls in BJRI. So personal portfolio getting a trade here. So one signal so far today, guys, in personal portfolio. and at 25 on personal portfolio. So personal portfolio getting a trade here. The first trade of the day. (9/2, 2025) BJRI. 10/17, 2025 40 calls. Entry is 25 cents. So in BJRI, 25 cents. So 25.30, closer. Futures down 81. IMAX is on fire. Maybe if the market goes down, then you have to go see more movies. MEX, I'm 50 bid. Dutch Bros going up on the day. Kroger calls being bought on the 71s. 15,000 Kroger calls trading here. I'm not going to take them. So looks like a guru trade here in Kroger. So 15,000 Kroger trading here, guys. 15,000 Kroger trading here. $15,000 Kroger trading here. Down on 28 cents. HNRG unchanged. KNX down. Match down. Match does move about $1 a day. Down $900 now. Oh, 800. Tesla only down 2. Meta down 8.5. Looking for opportunities. Bought some BJRI. I can try to do it again. Starting it over again. Futures whack. I've been saying for a while, I think the market's so overbought. Z-Bosnian internet is not very good. Sound is more important than seeing the screen, in my opinion. Down 86. There we go. First candlestick closed here in Sony and in Honeywell. Sony is a bull candle, so we're not looking for that setup. Yeah, I'm always long gold and I'm long silver. Trying to take the screen back again from the gremlins. Honeywell might be a trigger buy here, guys. Honeywell might trigger a buy here. And Honeywell. RSI on Mag 7. We have ARKK at 48. We have AMD at 44. Soxel at 41. Intel 55. Meta 43. We're starting to get some oversold conditions. You see some puts being bought in MGM, guys, on Penny Spike Scanner. If you guys want to take puts here, you can take puts. Sound should be good. So there's some MGM puts for you. MGM puts trading here, guys. MGM puts trading here. All I think done today is BJRI calls. I'll be running the room on Friday this week, not on Thursday. I actually have a flight on Thursday. So I'll be running the room on Friday instead of Thursday. I'll be running the room on Friday instead of Thursday, guys. So get AK on a rare Friday. At the money straddle today, so at the money calls, at the money puts. 637 straddle. Remember a couple days ago looking at the 649 straddle. Straddle for today is the 638 straddle. Is implying about a 30-point move. So futures could be down 101 or only down 40. Between now and the end of the week, 638 straddle is about a 90-point move. So 30-point move today, 90-point move between now and the end of the week. Oh, they're only down 67. Oh my God, they're rallying. We sold to SKE last week. EOSE calls being bought, weekly 8s. Oh, P&L is only down $600 now. BSY is my biggest position. And those calls are now 165, 185. I drank so much water today. I'm on my. I already drank 3 liters, and I'm now drinking another 1.5 liters. So I'm going to be on 4.5 liters. Oh, futures rallying. Oh my God, AK, they're rallying. Got a little bit more BJRI at a quarter. We're at a quarter now. You can get BJRI a quarter. I'm going to go 15 bid for more of those. I'm going to go 15 bid for BJRI calls. I did get filled at a quarter for personal portfolio. 15 cents. I'd call that a trade for Alpha Shark. So BJRI, guys, in at a quarter. In at a quarter. And BJRI. Trying to get the screen back here. Should be good here in a second. Honeywell looks like it's going to trigger a long for RSI members. If you're an RSI member, you might get a long here in Honeywell. You might get a long here in Honeywell, guys, for RSI members. MUX. Wow. OC 14s were bought at 70. Gave you those at 70. They're up to $1 now. So MUX good for profits here, guys. MUX good for profits. I think this is too early in the day for them to rally them, to be honest. It's too early in the day for them to rally them, but you never know. I haven't put any longs out besides BJRI. MGM puts trading here. Futures down 62. Stop taking my screen away. I'm going to go to the lobby and start yelling at the... This is a 5-star hotel. I get goosebumps when I'm around you. You're just coming back here. They're down 89, so we're off 30 from the highs. IPNL is not really rallying from the lows. KGS is one of my bigger positions. They're 35.60 now. I paid 45. MOX. Yep. If I don't get sound, just let me know. There we go. We should be good again. Dutch Bros up on the day. Honeywell closes in 3 minutes. Honeywell looks like a buy here. We're going to wait to see how that candlestick closes. RSI member, we have one person portfolio trade. We might get in a trade here on Honeywell. BSY only down 28 cents. BSY is my biggest dollar amount risk position. BJRI is my biggest loser of the day. I still think we go back to the lows. I'm not really like looking aggressively to buy calls, but there's an opportunity. You know, it's stock specific. So usually when the market goes down, everything goes down with it. Google is still really overbought. 65 on the RSI. Planeteer 43 on the RSI. The lowest of any of the big cap technology names or Mag 7 is NVIDIA is at 43 on the RSI. Jan 70s and SMG. I'm going to go bid here just in case they get filled at like 160. I sold those out at 320. So SMG calls on bid for, guys. SMG calls on bid for. Took off SKE last week for a huge winner. The Jan 17s took them off at 160. They're up to about 165. Coursera most likely will go to zero. Expiration is in about, well, if you say the day doesn't count, we only have about 13 days until expiration. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we have 2 weeks and no holidays. So you have an option. You have massive time to can those options. Sound should be good here. Honeywell. Let's see how Honeywell. It's not going to be a buy yet in Honeywell. Closes here in a minute. Dutch Bros. I guess you have to drink coffee and get drugs if you're going to market's going to go down. ETHZ. I don't even know what that stock is. EHTZ. Anthzilla. Weird. You're buying some calls on that one. No, thank you. Futures bid. Honeywell is technically a buy, but I'm not calling it as a signal. It's so weak. IMAX, I do have a bid on put. Look at IMAX go up. Those 27s were a great signal. Oh, only down 51. EWZ calls being bought. Woo. EOSE calls trading here. Nothing to do in that one. Samsora down 33 cents. Oh, futures rallying. That 30-point move already moved. We were down 89. The straddle was $30. It already moved 30 points. So if you guys took a straddle on that, I mean, made money. How's my good friend Nike? 75, EL 90. We can do a little poll here. What do you guys think the market's going to do between now and the end of the day? And we'll see how you guys do with your trading. We'll track it from down 55. AK thinks the market's going to go down. AK thinks the market's going to go down. So what do you guys think the market's going to do between now and the end of the day? Ooh, it's a deadlock here. It's a deadlock. Honestly, it's nice. Deadlock between up small and down small. AK thinks down small. Down 54, we're right where we were. No RSIs, one personal portfolio. Taking the screen back from the gremlins. They're back. Then they take them, and then they don't take them. $30-point move, guys, implied between now and the end of the day. 30-point move implied between now and the end of the day. Honey now was technically a winner. MUX really raging here. Can you guys hear me now? Are we good? telling you, these 5-star hotels aren't all they cracked up to be. KGS up on the day. Have a target out at 45. 65, sorry. I paid 45. KGS up on the day. 560 bucks. If I start making money in BJRI, I'll be back to unchanged. BJRI are 2030. I am 15 bid. I think the market goes down from here. AK is in Bosnia today till Thursday. Then I head to Macedonia. Bosnia is actually surprisingly nice. I like it here. I think I fly through. I know I flew Turkish Airlines. Oh, they had the Winter Olympics here in '84. I did not know that. So I thought the market would be down small. It's in that down 55 or down 60 now. Scope A. FIG trading here. Don't see anything that perks my interest here, guys. So just being patient. Honeywell technically was a winner, but I didn't call it out because it was such a weak signal. Well, let's open. I'm going to just kind of have him hang out here. Mankind calls being bought. How's Cleveland Cliffs? 1074. That was about 12. BM higher, BRBR higher, Dow higher. Look at that stuff I have. You know, I have positions in all of these, and I have a decent amount. Tim had a nice trade in HWH. Tim has been trading off the charts lately. Wow. Thought there'd be more action today, but, you know, so far nothing. Futures down 61. We're down as much as 89. Futures down 58 still. You're just right on this 57 level. Like I said, they were down as much as all I've done today is trade 10 contracts. Took the screen back for them. Stop taking my screen from me, gremlin. Ugh. Should be good here again on sound, and it should be good here in a minute on futures on 60. 61. 62. Screen should be good here in a second. The gremlins just keep taking over for me. Let's start it over again. Should be good here in a second on the screen. Sound should be good. Let me try to refresh the room. I don't know if anybody's heard of Yardstream, but we might be moving over from Novia to Yardstream at the end of the year. Seems like a lot cleaner and crisper. Novia is actually an old technology. That's why it's so pathetic. Trying to take over the screen again here, and it's just not letting me. I'd say sound's more important than the screen, though, but Dow calls. OCK 27.5 and Dow trading here. More calls in Dow. We're going to call it a signal for Alpha Shark, guys. Dow calls. So Dow calls, guys, for Alpha Shark. Official signal here in Dow. OCK 27.5, guys, in Dow. Dow calls being bought. I know it sounds good, but the screen's not good. So Alpha Shark, guys, official signal here in Dow. Buy DOW 10, 17, 2025. 27.5 calls for 67 cents. We're trying here, guys. Target a buck. So Dow calls, guys, official signal for Alpha Shark. Let me send this out to all subscribers. I still have next week calls, too. So Dow calls being bought, guys. Official signal for Alpha Shark. So Dow calls being bought, guys. Dow calls being bought. Alpha Shark getting a signal here. Let me send that via Dow calls, guys. They're not letting me take my screen. Thankfully, I only have 12 minutes left here. I'll keep trying. The Wi-Fi is pretty good here. So they don't let me take the screen. We'll be 12 minutes without the screen, I guess. I don't know. Alpha Shark, guys, official signal, guys. Alpha Shark official signal here in Dow, DOW. So Dow, guys, official signal here in Dow. I'm going to try to take the screen again from the gremlins. They're not cooperating with me. DOW calls, guys, being bought. We are signal for today. I'm in those trades with my own money. So new signal for Alpha Shark, new signal for personal portfolio for today. And they will not let me take the screen. You're annoying me. SKE was the last signal for Alpha Shark. That was a winner. I try to start the room over again. So DOW, guys, calls being bought. That'll be your signal for today for Alpha Shark. $0.67. Trying again here. Pietro said he's going to take the screen. I think we're good here now again. What just happened? All right. We look like we might be good again. All right. We look like we're good again. I just had to restart it. I think when they do projection end, I just need to get rid of that old stuff. I don't know. It's weird. Everything is back. They're still hanging out of the zone. We had a signal for Alpha Shark guys and Dow. So we had a signal in Alpha Shark for Dow. $0.67 on those. Futures down 58. Tesla only down $1. Meta only down 5. Nvidia down 3.5. We see open calls being bought. I'm not going to take these. Open trades so much stock in a day. So this is hitting a rocket launch scanner and open. So open calls being bought, guys. I'm not going to take these here in open. Open calls being bought. I'm not going to take these here in open. I'm not currently doing any webinars. I've kind of been off the webinar circuit for a while. But I've done like one this year. I think I've done 2 this year. I think I've done 2 webinars this year. I've been in the space for so long, like webinars are just kind of, if you know how I trade, you buy my services. Because every portfolio we have is up year to date. So I kind of over the teaching aspect of it. Reddit calls being bought weekly, 252.5 in Reddit. Wow. I haven't looked at Reddit in a while. I remember when Reddit was, wow. I think Josh Brown has sold it at like 110. 253. Dow, you got in at 66. Nice trading. 5 more minutes together, guys. 5 more minutes. Dow calls are 63, so 61, 65 on those. As the market goes down, those might go down with it. Dow, you can probably get in at like 63. It probably will move with the market. Down about $700 today. BJRI, my biggest loser. Dow's actually my second biggest loser. I think we're good right now. And I only have about 4 minutes left, so I'll just run it for another 4 minutes. Futures testing another leg lower here. Alcoa calls being bought. Alcoa is getting crushed today. So next week, 33 is an Alcoa trading here. Option hacker guys in Alcoa. Last time Alcoa hit, it was a winner. So Alcoa calls being bought, guys, in Alcoa. Alcoa calls being bought. Double A Alcoa calls being bought, guys. Double A Alcoa calls being bought. I don't know what's going on here in Bosnia, but there's a lot of chanting. I think half of Bosnia is Muslim. So there might be like a prayer going. Looks like there's a prayer going from the temple. 2 minutes ago, guys. 2 minutes ago. All right, guys. Well, that is it for my session today. Everybody have a great day. Peter Torres can take you guys to the next session. If you guys have any questions, you can always email me, andrew@alphashark.com. Thanks, and I'll see everybody later.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.